One of the best controller mods for your PlayStation 5 is actually one of the best controller mods for PC gaming as well. Can we turn the PlayStation 5 Dualsense controller into an ultimate PC gaming controller using this, the Collective Minds Strike Pack Dualsense controller mod? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. You know that we like to try really cool tech on our PlayStation 5. Now I have gotten used to the layout and the feel of the PlayStation 5 controller, and that means when I'm doing PC gaming, I want to use the Dualsense controller as well. But the Dualsense controller has one major drawback, and that is there's no back paddles. But that all changed when Collective Minds released the Strike Pack Horizon Vista back paddle adapter for the Dualsense controller. How does it work? Let me show you how easy it is to attach this to the controller. You simply go like this. There's a USB-C port here. And it just slides right into there, just like that. This little guy here flips around to the front, and then you push it, and it clips into those little speaker holes right there. And after you've done that, you've got a back paddle mod on your Dualsense controller without having to open it up. This is the easiest mod to install on your Dualsense controller to give you back paddles at an affordable price. Your controller starts to get controller drift? Not a problem. You simply unhook that little wing, slide this out, go get another controller that doesn't have drift, sell this one on Marketplace as a controller with drift, get 20 bucks back, and then you just simply reinstall this same way as before on your new controller and get the same back paddles that you're used to with your controller. Now, I've also added a Control Freaks thumbstick extension, as you can see here, which is somewhat crooked, just to give me a little bit extra throw range on my first-person shooter games. Now, this does so much more than just add back paddles to your controller. And we're gonna go and hook it up to Call of Duty and test out some of these features on a PC. Now, many of you guys may already know that recently Sony updated the PlayStation 5 hardware to specifically block devices like this. Does this currently work with the PlayStation 5? Well, I'm not a fortune teller, so I don't know at the time that you're watching this video. But what I can say is I will have a pinned comment down below that says, this works on PlayStation 5 or this does not work on PlayStation 5. It should be noted that this does actually work on the PlayStation 5 using a Besavior controller, which bypasses the block. So if you want to use this on your PlayStation 5, check out other videos where I show you guys how to use the Besavior controller to get this to work. But in future updates for the Strike Pack, it may just support direct connection again, but it's hard to say for sure. This video is focusing strictly on the PC side use, and that's because this is still a very, very good controller mod, and if you're a PC gamer, this is something that you might want to consider. So to make this work, the first thing we got to do obviously is attach your Strike Pack to your Dualsense controller. It has to be a Dualsense. You can't use a Dualsense Edge or any other controller because you need something that doesn't have something already in the way back here for these back paddles to fit on here. The next thing we use is just a regular USB-C to USB-A cable. We're gonna plug this in to the controller like that. And then in my case, I've got a hub right there, which will allow this to power up. Now, there are some controller settings that you wanna do using the app, which I'll show you guys momentarily. The first thing I wanna do is just make sure that the controller is actually working. So as you can see here, controller is toggling between the screens. I wanna go to the settings and just make sure that all of my inputs are set correctly. So aiming input is now set to controller, and we're gonna make sure that all of that's good. It looks like it is. So now I can go to Resurgence in Warzone, get that game booting up. And while that's booting, we're gonna go to my phone and I'm going to pull up the Strike Pack Central app. So now it is seeing the controller. It's asking, do you want to connect? Yes, I want to connect. And then it'll go into here and say, what settings do you want to preload? Now I'm going to say Warzone. And then you've got options for different toggles, different save modes, whatever. I'm just going to do the default just because why not? Now, there are options for cheating on here. You've got aim assist, you've got autofocus, you've got rotational aim assist, you've got recoil control, you've got all of these options. If you don't want to use this for cheating, there's a quick button on here that says block mods, and that'll just automatically turn all of these off. But what I'm most interested in here is two things. First, mapping. On the back paddles, you can change the mapping for each of the buttons. We have 4 buttons on the back of the controller. All you do is simply click this, and then let's just clear all the mappings, and then here's all of the buttons that you can map to that button. So and you can do combinations as well. In my case, I'm gonna map the cross button because I wanna use the buttons on this side for jump. Now, I've said this in different videos, this is a 4-button back paddle mod, but I'm not smart enough to use all of the buttons on the front, all of these buttons, and 4 buttons back here. So I just have it set so that both of these side are jump, both of this side are crouch or slide. And that's just me. If you can handle pushing extra buttons with your fingers, go ahead and map these to whatever buttons suit you the best. When we're looking at the controller trigger mods, this is really, really cool. So this is no mod at all. You can see it's just no resistance, full throw. But if I turn this up to a short throw trigger, now it just has a little bit of throw. I can pull through it, so it turns up the tension on the controller so that there's a noticeable stop point, but you can still pull through. And that's actually about enough tension to make it so that sometimes when I get in like really extreme firefights, I will find myself pulling on it, but it quickly reminds me, oh yeah, don't pull so hard. Now, what I have found is that short is just slightly too short. It doesn't actually activate when I hit the short, so I have to kind of pull into it a little bit. So I find if I go medium, that is just about the right amount. Now there is another option for what they call short click, medium click, and long click. And what that does, and we're gonna try and explain this the best way possible. These triggers are a 0 to 100 scale. So normally when you pull to here, this is gonna be at like 30%. It won't ever go full pull. Now that's okay because that's enough to activate firing your gun in a game like Call of Duty. But if you're going to like drive a vehicle or something, this would only give you 30% throttle. Now that's a problem. But if you set it to medium click, then when you hit the stopper, it simulates full throw. So it says it's actually 100. So you can do full throttle at that point without having to pull it all the way down. Now hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then go ahead and try it for yourself. Just set it medium without click and then medium click, and you'll find exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I'm gonna set these, I'm gonna set them both to short click just for fun, just to see if maybe it's working okay now. We're gonna go into a solos match here and we're just gonna check out how this does. Obviously I don't have my headphones on, so I can't tell really what's going on. I'm not trying to play a competitive game here. I just want to load into a match and just kind of show this thing running around. So here we're dropping into the match. I'm just gonna kind of run around here and you can see, so I can cut my chute with that back button there. And then those mods, you can see them working. You can tell they're working because when I pull up this map and I pull the trigger, you can see it kind of circling around there. And then if I pull, so that's how we know that the aim assist is on right now. Now I just want to drop into a map and I've got auto deploy on, it seems like. Now this has got really extreme aim assist because you can see it kind of wobbling around on the edges there. So if you run the game with this kind of aim assist, you will get shut down quite quickly. So I don't want to run this. So if I go into the aim assist intensity, I'm gonna turn that down. I probably wanted it like...
Resurgence. If you stay alive till time expires, you've secured redeployment. The more points you earn, the faster that clock's gonna tick.
13 or something. So let's just go back down into the map. Now again, I don't have any headphones on, and I've never claimed to be good at this game, so don't... Oh, my settings are so bad. I don't normally play this game on PC, so everything... Oh, it's push and hold. Whoa, see, I'm already getting shot by somebody. This doesn't make you a better Call of Duty player when you got no headphones on and you're trying to talk to people on the camera and your settings are all wrong. They're all wrong. So we're gonna give this another go. I just want to get a gun and see if I can do anything. Now I can feel the aim assist is still on, and it's adding crazy dead zone when I'm ADS. I don't know why. So I haven't optimized the settings, and I'm not claiming to have optimized the settings. All I want to do is show you guys that this works. So I can push this button to jump, and I can run and then push this button to slide. Right? I'm dolphin diving, it seems. Okay, and then those clicky triggers here. And you can see, I told you guys before that this...
Regular fire, regular fire.
Wow, now it's toggling.
Double points.
There we go. Uh-oh. What's happening? Ah, a guy came up behind me and executed me. Of course he did. This is what happens when you play without headphones. You can't even hear that there's someone coming up behind you. I'm just mindlessly digging through somebody's loot bag. That's okay. So there you have it, using the Collective Mind Strike Pack Horizon Vista for your Dualsense controller on a PC is actually pretty good. Now you guys saw that I'm not that good at Warzone, which is okay. That's not the purpose of this video. With some clever tweaking and a little bit of time spent just going through the settings that you have to kind of set this up exactly how you want it to, and going through the in-game settings to make sure that you're comfortable with how they're actually working, makes this an exceptionally good combination to use for your PC gaming. This works for any PC game that you want to play, and it enables a lot of the functionality of the Dualsense controller. The only downside is that this is a wired connection. This will not work wirelessly over Bluetooth. No matter how hard you try, it has to be wired to the PC for it to work, and that's just because of how the Strike Pack Horizon Vista works. You're not gonna work around that ever, okay? But this has been a great video that explains that. Don't forget you can use it on your PlayStation 5 as well. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.